Hi there, welcome to this week midweek market analysis. So as usual, what we'll be doing is to look at some of the major pairs over here, and we'll take a look at some of the opportunities that's presented for the rest of this week here. Now, first up, we are looking at the dollar index over here. So price is basically testing at 618 right now. And I'm overall bullish simply with the expectation of after a 5 wave move to the downside, we are looking at an ABC development. And if we can get a rejection of that 618 here, and more importantly, maintaining above this invalidation at 101.90, we can actually expect another pushback up for C wave over here, potentially maybe back to the tip of wave 1, which puts us around 103.40. So short term over here, if we can get a rejection, then I will expect the dollar to continue to strengthen a little bit more, and we'll be looking for potential buy opportunities. If you flip it over to the euro, buy opportunities in dollar, and then looking to trade the euro dollar to downside in terms of the inverse of it, right? So if you take a look at euro dollar, same idea over here. We have kind of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're expecting a 3 wave pullback. Okay, the market is currently testing the area around 618. So quite similarly, if we can get price to reject to the downside and of course stays below this high here at 1.1011, then we can expect a bit more downside with a target at 1.0820 to 1.0800. Okay, so do keep out for do look out, right, for a potential sell trade opportunity over here. We may need to be a little bit patient and see if we can get some sign of a rejection, maybe on the lower time frame, before kind of committing to that sell. Okay, or anyway, if you're interested, and it fits your style, you can also consider to look for a sell here, of course, with an invalidation stops above the 1.1010 level. Now next we have the pound dollar. So pound dollar for me, it's bullish simply because the current development looks pretty corrective in nature as of now. So I'm looking around the area at 1.2680 to 1.2650. If we can get a decent move to the downside correctively and then a bounce, then I'll be interested to look for a buy trade with a target at 1.2890 to 1.3020. And of course, the invalidation of this idea here is around 1.2545, right? So as long as price maintains above that and we continue to develop correctively, we're expecting more upside from here on. Okay, so decent opportunities to keep an eye on as well in terms of the pound. And then we have the Aussie. So Aussie for me here is still neutral essentially because this move down is pretty sharp, but we're basically testing at 50%. So I think the downside may be stalling for a bit. Okay, right now we are seeing a bit of a corrective move here, so this may continue to drop, but again, we're in the zone where we may see a bounce, right? So for that reason, I'm just being a little bit more neutral and patient for now. Then we have dollar CAD. So yesterday we have some important CPI from the Canadian side of things, and it came down, and it came out quite low, as compared to the expectation. So we're expecting CAD to continue to see a bit more weakness, and that translates to dollar CAD being bullish, right? So of course, from a technical point of view, we kind of have a nice little confluence here as well, especially in the internals. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then of course on the bigger one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with a huge divergent development, right? So for that reason, we're looking at a buy, right? Price is currently testing the top of the trend line. Of course, if we can get a decent break above, any form of pullback will be seen as a buy trade with an invalidation of the recent low, okay, at 1.3115, and a potential target will be somewhere around 1.3385. Okay, so that's actually a potential buy trade opportunity for us in the near term as well, right? So do keep an eye on that. Then we have the dollar yen. Okay, so dollar yen here is potentially setting up a sell soon, but just be a bit more patient, especially what you're seeing here is a mini little double top, or you can call it a wedge diagonal structure at the top of the channel. So I'm waiting for a impulsive break, okay, below this low at 142.90. And then if we can get an impulsive break below that, any form of a pullback correction can be seen as a sell trade. So maybe not so soon, okay, but do keep an eye on the dollar yen. We may get a potential setup perhaps nearer towards the end of the week or even going into next week, right? Monday or Tuesday. So keep an eye on that. Then we have gold. Gold over here I'm also neutral, but I'm actually more interested in the upside simply because of this structure that is developing. Very corrective in nature, so I don't expect this to keep falling. I'll be more keen to see if we can get a bounce, and I'll be more interested in the buy, right? So this is my key level to keep watch. I want to see the price to push up impulsively, then any form of a pullback will be a buy trade. So for me, gold, I think this week is generally going to be quiet. I'm not likely going to take any trades on gold within this week. So simply, put this maybe on the side, keep watch of it, but probably wouldn't want to spend too much time focusing on it. Then we have crude oil. So crude oil over here, overall, I'm looking at it as a short-term bullish opportunity with this three-wave structure internal. WXY, so we can't expect, if we can get a bounce, we can expect a bit more upside towards a target at 73. And then from there, I do expect another pushback down, okay, to kind of complete the bigger structure. Now, what can, of course, develop over here is this can also be a 1, 2, 3, okay, and then with that, we may then also, not see the short-term bounce, but immediately from here, we can then see a bigger move, okay. So if I don't get kind of like a rejection of this white internal channel at the bottom, we may need to rotate a little bit on this. But overall, I think if you look at it from a bigger picture perspective, we may get a buy here or even here. Okay, so overall, I'm not too keen in the sell as of now, except if we can't push back up here, we can't see a rejection, then that is a sell. But other than that, overall, we're interested more in the buy trade. Okay, so that's on the crude oil side of things. And then for S&P, yesterday we did get a tiny bit of a bounce up. Now for me, I will be patient on this because I would like to see a clear three-wave structure. If you can get that, then of course, that would be a buy opportunity. But overall, the direction that I'm focusing on S&P is still bullish. Okay, so it's just a matter of like waiting for the setup that I would like to see before committing to the buy trade. Okay, last one here is Bitcoin. Okay, so BTC overall right now is still consolidating. We are bullish on this definitely, and what I would say is any form of a pullback or correction is definitely seen as a buying opportunity. Okay, so if you're into crypto, do keep an eye on any form of a pullback, correctively. That would definitely give us a buy opportunity in the crypto space. So that's all for me. All the best to your trading this week, and we'll see you guys in the next one.